Bring on the commitment, baby. Okay, bye.
Hey crew, hey guys, I really hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I love creating series. You can actually say that I'm a serial tarot reader, bad joke aside. It gives me great joy to finally be able to carve out some time in my pretty hectic schedule in this period to be creating for you this Committed Love series. This is episode 1. We are going to find out all the yummy details regarding your future spouse's background. I thought, why not take a relationship from the moment when you guys marry to the various stages of your life together? Because you guys know that manifestation works the best when you are clear and precise about what it is you are asking the universe to give you. So it is my wonderful wish with this Pick a Card series to help inspire you to visualize your spouse, your life together. And I have here 4 options for you, and we will continue to manifest the energy of 444 throughout the duration of the series because I want us to ground this connection as much as possible. And as you guys know, 444 is the grandmaster number of stability, building, and foundations, especially spiritual foundations. Okay, so today I am using the gorgeous Starspinner Tarot, which by the way was a gift to this channel. Thank you so much, lovely crew members who donated or sent gifts to my channel. So we have here 4 of the same, the Lovers cards. Yes, the Starspinner Tarot is super open-minded and super wonderful from that point of view, and it is giving us 4 different lover cards. Some of them contain same-sex situations and other heterosexual situations. You know, you don't have to be of a specific sexual inclination to choose these cards. Please choose based on the colors, on the energies that you see in front of you here today. For each of these card choices that you will make, I will use a specific tarot deck to use throughout your reading. So for group 1, we have this gorgeous card, the Lovers, with a combination of pink and yellow, and I have here the Mystical Tarot, the German version. For group 2, we have here this gorgeous blue and purple Lovers card, and we have here the Flights of Fantasy Tarot deck created by one of you lovely subscribers, my friend Beanish Khan. Okay, for group number 3, we have here the Lovers in this whitish bluish kind of hues, and we have here the Tarot Del Fuego, which was just donated to this channel today. And for group number 4, we have this very light pinkish palish, the Lovers card. And of course, I will put together all of these cards and use the Starspinner Tarot for group 4. Okay, I also have another surprise for you because you've enjoyed so much me adding songs or a bit of a soundtrack to each of your readings. I decided to do the same, and I'll follow this pattern throughout the series. So you also get a song. I will link it down below. If you're not familiar with it, you can have a listen before or after the reading or whenever you feel like you would like to manifest this connection. I love you so much, guys.
Hey group 1, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to the first episode in the Committed Love series. Today we're looking at your person's background. This is for those of you that were drawn to this Lovers card from the Starspinner Tarot. And your significant song is Slow by Kylie Minogue. Linked down below if you want to have a listen to it. So I can already tell that even before looking at the tarot cards, your person is very slow and methodical. They're a planner, heavy earth energy in their chart. They don't like to jump into things without proper consideration. This is a person that is sensual as well. They like the finer things in life and they're willing to pay good money for them. This is a person that has money and likes to take care of it. They like to invest it. They like to put it in savings accounts. They are always thinking about, you know, what's going to happen to you and to them during a really tough situation like the current pandemic. So they like to save up, they like to protect, to ensure that, you know, certain life circumstances are accounted for. This person could actually have insurance for their body, for their life, for their house, for their car, insuring everything around them to make sure that in the event of an accident or life becoming quite chaotic, there will be some sort of financial compensation. So yeah, this person could work in a bank, they could work as an investment manager, they could work as an accountant, a lawyer. That's kind of what I'm getting here. So your spouse is actually going to be quite seen in a very good light in society, but might also be a little bit having kind of a nasty reputation. You know how sometimes lawyers or prosecutors have a really awful reputation, but they earn a lot of money and people do respect them as a profession, right? So it's a really interesting trade-off, because this person is wants to be seen well in society. They care about their public status, but at the same time, I think that they are aware that they can be quite materialistic sometimes, and they can just be a bit too detached in their work, because all of these professions, right, being an accountant, a legal advisor, they require a sense of the emotional detachment, right? So this person is quite aware of that. They're not an a-hole, right? Let's see right now what the tarot has to say. Oh, wow, okay. The Five of Wands. Yeah, what I was saying. This person has to deal with a lot of difficult clients, difficult people on a daily basis. I think they grew up in a family where there was a lot of competition. I think this person definitely has some siblings. If they are a man, they have 2 other brothers. If they are a woman, they grew up with other brothers. And I think that there is something here about competition, about fighting for your seat at the table, fighting with your siblings over food, over who got to say what, when, who was right in that situation, who's telling the truth. I think there was a lot of power plays between the siblings. And I think that the father was a really calm and important, kind of stern individual that would think about listening to all of them in parts, and then would actually summon a verdict, you know, and that verdict had to stay. So this is why this person grew up enjoying these kind of interactions, right, where they need to use their words and their thinking in order to put forth a case, you know, for a client, right? So yeah, I'm definitely getting a sense that most likely this person is either working in a bank or in tax businesses, or is a tax accountant, something like that, but most likely this person is a lawyer, okay, or a person that is training to become a judge, something of that kind. Okay, so they really know how to argue, they know how to keep their calm during an argument, and I think that they come from a background, as I said, where family life wasn't the most relaxed. It was always about kind of arguing. I'm getting a very strong Mars in the 4th house kind of energy. We also have here, yeah, the Emperor. So this person idealizes their father in a way. So I think that their father could have been quite stern, quite strict. The Emperor is a little bit of an authoritarian, you know, he's quite dominant. He's not the softest energies out there in the tarot, right, from a male perspective, divine masculine point of view. So I think that this person idealizes their father, but it is also aware that their father could be a little bit stern and too disciplined and too emotionally detached. Like I'm getting the sense of this person, you know, their father being in a study, writing all day long, or signing off papers, and the children would just come from time to time, and then if they were to play around their father would immediately dismiss them, you know, or call the mother or the nanny to take care of the child. I'm kind of I'm getting a sense that the father, although did its best to, so the father of your future spouse, although they did their best to ensure the financial and material success of the family, they were not the warmest person, and they still continue to be like this. So when you guys will have children, this will be the grandfather, and it will be like kind of that remote and detached grandfather that the children will visit from time to time. This person might live in a very large mansion, Oh, I forgot to say, your future spouse comes from a very wealthy background, okay? But it's a little bit, and the, the candle confirmed that because it cracked when I said that. Yeah, so yeah, your future spouse is gonna be loaded. But it's also, there is a feeling here that there will be disputes regarding inheritances and shared money and shared stocks and bonds and who gets the objects in the family, because this person also has siblings, and these siblings are very powerful. They're competitive because this is how they were raised. They're not the most empathetic people, and there will be arguments over who gets what, you know, in case that the grandfather or when the grandfather will die, there is this wealth that will be sent down. And I think, for example, the moment when the will be read, that will be a really pivotal moment showing who did daddy prefer, you know. So I'm getting a sense that this person also has a mother that could suffer a little bit from depression. She's very quiet, she's not very flamboyant. I mean, in comparison to the emperor, this woman felt a little bit submissive, you know, in combination to him. I think that she felt quite fulfilled raising her children, but she's not at all happy with how competitive and aggressive the relations between the children are. She's actually quite fond of your future spouse, because your future spouse took this competitive and aggressive fighting energy and channeled it into something lucrative, right? So they became a lawyer, or, you know, they're protecting people's assets, or they're fighting for other people. And I think that your mother thought that that was a really good way to channel this energy, you know, and she's very happy with how your person managed to study and succeed in life, creating a name for himself or herself by not just living off the wealth of the parents, but also like creating wealth on their own. Yeah, so your person is gonna be okay. They're quite wealthy on their own. They don't need the family inheritance or wealth, but there is this. Just keep in mind that your future spouse is coming from a wealthy but emotionally cold and rather competitive, especially in terms of their siblings' background, right? So you might be invited to family dinners in this kind of wealthy mansion, but they won't be the most comfortable or empathetic moments, right? You might just need to put up with a lot of decorum and with a lot of rules and restrictions, you know, and not chew your food too loudly, you know, things like that. Yeah, we have the Six of Cups. In spite of this, I feel that your person grew up quite happy, you know. They had lots of fun things to do. Your person was quite active. They're very playful. They're nostalgic about their childhood. I'm getting some strong Cancer-like energy. So your person felt very happy in the company of women when they were younger. So in spite of the fact that they idealized their father and wanted to grow up to be like him, your person feels very comfortable in the company of women. And I think their nanny, their grandmother, their mother, and also they have a very good childhood friend, a female childhood friend that is almost like themselves, but in the body of the opposite gender, right? So keep that in mind. Your person will have a very close childhood friend, a person that knows them for ages. And actually, it would be good for you to make friends with that friend rather than to try to get jealous on the closeness that they have created together. Keep in mind that this person grew up with some really feisty, argumentative siblings. So they kind of projected their need to be understood by someone in this friend. So this friend feels like a sibling intimately more than their own siblings, yeah? So keep that in mind. Okay, so that's what the tarot is showing me. Let's see right now what the oracle cards are saying. Ooh, I'm getting such a nice vibe. I don't know. I have a feeling you're really going to enjoy this reading as you're listening to it. I'm warming up from the inside. Your person is very warm. That's the really interesting aspect. They grew up in a house with a lot of arguing and a lot of emotional detachment. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong Mars conjunct Pluto in the 4th house, you know, or Pluto in the 4th house as well. Like a lot of power plays in the household, in this space of intimacy. But then also Pluto opposite midheaven would mean that this person comes from a family that is seen as very powerful in the eyes of society. Yeah. but at the same time, they repressed a lot of their emotions, because we did have here 6 of Cups. So they are quite warm on the inside. It's just that they didn't have a chance to show this very often in their own family life, you know. They kept it for moments when they were just together with their friend, or when they were out camping, or I don't know, I'm hearing that they went on frequent trips with hot balloons, right? So when you survey the landscapes, and for example, I know that there are some of them in Bristol. There's an annual hot balloon fair. There are some in Anatolia in Turkey. Really, really beautiful trips like this. You know, your person could afford them and they really enjoy hot balloon trips. Okay, so let's see. Your person's defining astrological characteristic is Gemini, I think. Yeah, so it's interesting because I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but a lot of people that have Gemini and Sagittarius in their charts, because of Antares and Aldebaran, which are stars that convey a lot of wealth in a person's chart, people that are born with Gemini and Sagittarius influences are usually coming from quite wealthy, prominent families. So your person has this marker, right? Aldebaran, which is a bright star in the constellation of Gemini, signifying Archangel Michael, if I'm not mistaken, is actually shining down upon them, conveying them this luck. And yeah, this dual nature as well, right? They can be, one moment they can be quite tough when the situation requires it, like at work, and then in their intimate private lives they can be quite childlike and playful and warm, you know. So yeah, potentially a sun in Gemini, ascendant in Gemini, or moon in Gemini. Let's see. We also have here, I'm also getting that this person is of the same age as you, so they won't be too younger or too older. And this person, no matter what their age, will always be like a child at heart. They will feel quite happy and playful being just themselves. Authenticity, number 36. So yeah, the biggest lesson that this person learned from their upbringing is how to be themselves without compromises, without problems. This person is not afraid to express their desires, their feelings. They're actually quite good at communication, yeah? Remember, this person has the gift of gab. Not only that, but they were trained in rhetorics, right? And they were trained in constructing very well argued. No, sorry, that doesn't make any sense. They learn the craft of making arguments, right? And convincing people to do their bidding, especially if they're lawyers, right? So it's like they need to make a convincing case in front of a judge that their client is the one that is without fault, right? So yeah, this person can be quite convincing, okay? So when they see you and when they want to be with you and they propose to you, they're not gonna take no for an answer, okay? And they will actually show you potentially in a list. They might write you a letter as well, describing why they make the best partner for you. Okay? So prepare for that. There might be a debate. There could be a negotiation, okay? I'm also getting that you guys might need to sign a prenup when you get married to this person, due to the fact of their family wealth. You know, there might be some legal implications there and copyright implications regarding their family's name and so on and so forth. So keep that in mind, okay? We also have here, compassion. So yeah, this person, it's really good because this person is not mean, it's not well intended. Sorry. This person is not mean, is well intended. I'm getting a sense here that as brainy and as emotionally detached they might appear one moment, immediately they can turn into this very playful, this very fun, this very flirty kind of individual, yeah? So you get the best of both worlds as well. But they're gonna keep you on your toes, yeah? I mean, it's Gemini energy, so Gemini and Cancer, that's kind of what I'm getting. So one moment, you know, they can be quite logical and quite focused on the task at hand. It's like, don't interrupt me, I'm feeling like I need to finish this, you know. And then another moment it's like, I just want to cuddle with you, you know. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. We also have here rétablissement, lit de pluie. So we have here yeah, it's like a rebirth, right? Rebuilding their foundation. I think this person really wants to change something in their life. They're a bit tired of being on their own. So that's why the moment when you guys will meet this person, they will feel in their heart of hearts, in their soul, deep down inside, the need for a companion. It's like, enough is enough. I'm done just, you know, messing about with other people. I'm done exploring my options. I think that this person had brief episodic love affairs with people that were more interested in their money or in the fact that they were really successful than in their own personality. And that just got boring for them, you know. I mean, they're very intelligent, so they can see through a person's, you know, BS. So yeah, I think this person can actually, you know, if they can't tell whether a person lies to them through analyzing their non-verbal kind of communication, this person can just feel into a person's aura, and they can just be like, yeah, okay, I'm understanding that you're with me just because you think I'm wealthy or because I'm rich, you know. So they will feel very different with you, you know. They will feel very settled and nurtured. That's kind of what I'm getting. And yeah, I have here for the divine masculine energy within your person is Vulcan, inventiveness. So this is a person that loves to create a lot of things, you know. They might like to spend their free time doing arts and crafts. This is a person that likes to write, to compose, to create. They might like to play an instrument in their free time. They're very hands-on, they're very practical, you know. This person could also build models of ships or motorcycles, or you know, they might like to craft things around the house. They might build their own furniture, you know, just as a hobby, not because they need to, because this person is wealthy, you know, they can easily purchase goods. But I think that they working with their hands helps them organize their mind and helps the connection between their emotions and their mind. So I'm getting the sense that this person could also be born on the cusp between a sun in Gemini and a sun in Cancer. And we also have here Benzaiten. I hope I pronounced this correctly. Beauty. So in case you're wondering, you're going to have a very beautiful partner. They might look a little bit different. So they might have maybe a pierced ear, or they might have like, you know, their hair could be cut in a very original fashion. I feel that they could be wearing a lot of technologically advanced gadgets, like their clock, you know, their wristwatch or something could be connected to, I don't know, NASA and the movements of the planets. There could be something really unique about them. They could be wearing like a ring that is really interesting, like a family heirloom. But they keep it quite on the down low, because in their current profession, they're not supposed to be too flamboyant and too rebellious looking. But there is this side to this person where they are really interested in looking unique or thinking very differently than other people. Because Geminis are a little bit rebellious, you know. They like to create that shock factor. They like to be unique, you know. They like to dress differently, to accessorize a lot. They're very communicative and talkative, and they like to move information from one moment to another. But they're also very playful and sparkly individuals, you know. So yeah, this is what I see for your person. Wow, it's quite an interesting combination of hearts, right? Cancer, emotions, and Gemini, mind and playfulness and brainy kind of activities. I hope I've given you some much needed information on this person's background. I think that this person as well, if you're wondering from what culture they come from, I'm getting the sense that they are North American. They could have potentially some Asian influences in their family as well, which would make them very unique and very beautiful looking, you know. People that are combinations, cultural combinations or racial combinations, to my mind, they look the most interesting, and they make for some of the most beautifully unique people out there. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Before you leave, make sure that you like this video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe as well if you haven't yet, and leave a comment down below. What is your favorite quote for a chance to enter my 25k giveaway? Okay guys, so I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of this series. Bye! Hey group 2, hey my loves, I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to the first episode in the Committed Love series. We'll be exploring your future spouse's background in this reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to this lover's card from the Starspinner Tarot. And your song is... beautiful. So The Time Is Now by Moloko. If you're not familiar with this song, link is down below so you can have a listen to it. Okay, so let's find out. What are some of the details of your spouse's future spouse's background? This person is a time traveler. You might actually meet your You might meet your spouse in your dreams before you actually meet them in reality. God, and I'm feeling so warm. Your person is very warm. I'm getting like a Leo kind of fire sign energy. Ooh, interesting. So we got the Queen of Cups for you here. Okay, good, good, good. So I'm getting Cancer energy. I got some Cancer vibes with group 1 as well. But yours is more empathic. This person is highly sensitive. Wheel of Fortune, yeah, wow. Okay, so this person is very lucky. You're getting like a future spouse that is very sensitive, almost artistic like in their sensitivities. They're able to easily envision things and pick them up from the ether and create something with them here in the 3D, in the material world. 8 of Cups, wow. Okay, so this person can be a little bit melancholic sometimes, you know, they can get a little bit yeah, I don't want to throw them under the bus already, but they can get triggered quite easily. Okay, so because they're so sensitive, because they're picking up on so many different signals all the time, they can easily like get a little bit offended, you know. They can easily be put off by certain comments that people are making, and it's only because they are quite idealistic. They're very pure in their thinking. So I'm getting a very strong Pisces or Cancer energy with a combination of Leo or Sagittarius in their chart. Yeah, so Pisces and Sagittarius, this speaks about the higher mind, right? The connection to the divine. This person is religious. So they either pray or like in a very traditional way, like they go to a temple or a church or a mosque, you know, and they do their daily prayers, or they have developed their own system of spirituality. They've created their own prayers. They have their own daily spiritual routine. This person needs time alone to recharge their batteries. So they're introverted and they need some time alone to create, to be able to listen to spirit, to download things from the ether, like I said earlier, and to just, just to bring something new into being, something that can really benefit mankind. This person, for example, can create music that can make you cry very easily because it's so beautiful and it touches your heart. Or they could paint very beautiful things that when you look at them, you just go like, wow, you know, this is like, it's touching you. It goes straight to the heart, you know, because this person, I think, grew up with very sensitive parents. Okay, I think that this person's family was artistic and academic. I'm getting a sense that their father could have been a university professor and their mother could have been a sculptress or an artist, maybe a weaver, or somebody that created things with her hands, you know. And I'm seeing this image of a child like playing around her skirt as she's creating these things, as she's working with clay or designing all sorts of things in her own studio. And this person's father was that kind of an academic that was a little bit aloof and could have suffered from time to time from depression, from moments when, you know, they just needed a longer lying in bed, or they felt a little bit like their work isn't seen or accepted. So they could get a little bit low from time to time, you know. And I think that this person's father was a chain smoker as well in a period of their life. I think by the time you will meet them, they will be trying to change and get cleaner because it's starting to affect their health, and they do want to be there for when you guys will have grandchildren, you know. I think that this person, you know, in their family, there was a lot of like silence and stillness and creativity. I mean, if their father was an academic, you know, they needed time to write and to think. And it's the same with their mother. If their mother was artistic or she had to create, you know, she spent a lot of time working with her body and her hands in silence, you know, most of the time. So I think that your person comes from quite a sensitive, silent background. I feel that your person was an only child, or if they had another sibling, that sibling could have been sick or like vulnerable in some way, and they had to take care of the sibling, or the sibling had to be separated from the parents or the family for periods of time because they had to be either hospitalized. Oh, I'm getting a sense that for some of you, this sibling could also suffer from autism, you know, so they are taken care of in a specific facility. by paid staff, and your spouse from time to time goes to visit them, you know, or they are in charge of taking care of the sibling in some way, you know. Yeah, wow, and the candle crackled. So for some of you, this could actually be very close to the truth. So this is why from time to time your person, kind of potentially genetic, because, you know, it has been found out that depression does have a genetic cause, potentially from their father having inherited this, they could get a little bit low as well. And all you need to do in those moments is just to get them to get some rest, you know, not to pressure them, not to put extra responsibilities on their heads then in those periods. I feel that this person is very loving, so their love language could be touch. So if you get to touch them, if you play some gentle music in the background, I think, and if you just let them rest for a while, you know, they will recharge their batteries and eventually come out and feel more confident. So yeah, this person also could have quite a sensitive ego. I feel that I'm not sure exactly what the profession of this person is. I'm gonna have a look at the oracle cards in a second, but just from these two, let me pull one more card. Because I'm getting a sense that this person wanted to achieve something in their life and it didn't happen. And they carry that ego wound, you know. It's like, oh, I really wanted to be a writer, but everybody rejected my manuscript, you know. Or I really wanted to be an artist like my mom and nobody liked my creations. Or I tried to compete, you know. I tried to send my things in a competition and people just rejected them. So this person suffered a lot of rejection and refusals in their work. And I think that's why their ego is a little bit soft from that point of view. I'm getting like a wounded Leo, like a Leo that is wounded in their pride, you know, and it's a little bit like licking their wounds, not wanting to participate in life anymore because, well, I tried it several times. What's the point of trying again, you know? So I think that they might need your what is that word? I'm getting that, you know, Jewish word, chutzpah, right? They might need your chutzpah. I'm not even sure if I'm using this correctly. Sorry, guys. You know better. Let me know down in the comments if you're Jewish, if you know Hebrew. I think I picked it up from Seinfeld. Yeah, so this person might need your fire, might need your determination, you know, to just get them to wise up a little bit and figure out that, hey, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again, you know? I mean, if you have a dream, what's the point of giving up on it? Just push forward. Adopt a different approach, maybe talk to other people, maybe, you know, apply in another country, apply to different competitions, or change something about your work, make it better so that people can actually accept it in competitions, you know? So I think that you're going to be a very good balancing act. You're going to bring more fun and entertainment in this person's life, you know, where before this person was kind of brought up in this still and silent environment, very religious, very sensitive. You are bringing a dash of color and fun and optimism and confidence, you know, in their life. And it's kind of like I hear the music playing the moment they meet you, you know. you're jazzing up their life, literally, like you might play more jazz music around them. I need one more card for this person's profession. I'm getting a sense that this person could be by 1 or 2 years older than you. And they're very closely connected to their family, so they could live in the same city as their parents. Wow, what was I saying about wounded pride? Leo, yeah. You're going to help them see their strength again, yeah? So they're going to really appreciate you. I get a sense that you guys are going to be friends before you actually jump into an amorous situation and before they propose to you. You guys could meet actually through your studies at university or by you visiting like a local art fair, museum, taking part in the... how do you call those things? The inauguration of a new artistic exhibition, things like that, you know. So make sure to be active in your art scene and your local art scene. We also have here the Four of Cups. Yeah, this person might have tried to work as a painter, as a graphics illustrator, as a comic book writer, I think, and they're not very good at that. They're not successful in their profession. So contrary to group 1, this is a person that struggles a little bit financially, but it's only because they have these mental blocks about their self-worth. And you, the moment when you come into their life, you're going to raise them up a little bit and help them gain more confidence. So I feel from the moment that they meet you, you guys are going to create more prosperity together. And I think you're going to be the strong person behind this spouse's success, you know? So you're going to push them to apply for those competitions, to try again, you know, with their dreams. And because you're going to be doing that, this person is going to take your advice, and they're going to start creating more prosperity. So if when you meet them, they are not so wealthy or doing so well financially, don't give up on them, because they need your input in order for you guys to be prosperous and wealthy together. It's kind of like you're taking on the role of the manager of this person's creativity, if that makes sense. Yeah, and it was 11:11 when I looked at the recording time. So yeah, especially if this person has a Sagittarius and Pisces in their chart, as I felt at the beginning, you know, they're romantic, they're idealistic, their minds are wide and cosmic, and they can easily create things where other people struggle with the flow of creativity. They can just go like boop, boop, an idea here, an idea there, an association there. But they need somebody pragmatic by their side, somebody that takes care of the nitty-gritty everyday details, that does their taxes, you know, that does their laundry, while they are just able to create and to philosophically construct new things with the power of their minds and with the fire in their heart, because they're very sensitive and emotional as well. So you're getting quite a passionate lover here, you know. I mean, if you listen, you chose Moloko, right? And I think the lead singer in this band, she's a Cancer sun. She's very beautiful, and the song is so sweet and so romantic if you have a listen to the lyrics. So yeah, it's very similar to how your person will be. Okay, we have here Earth. I'm getting that this person has a very kind of traditional way of looking. Like if this is a man, I think that they have an Earth ascendant, you know? So it could be a combination of a Pisces sun, Sagittarius moon, Taurus ascendant, you know, or Capricorn ascendant. So this person, no wonder, you know, especially for a Capricorn ascendant, they could experience a lot of setbacks in their life. So they have to push through and with a lot of effort and perseverance succeed in their career. But I'm getting that this person is like classically beautiful. Like you look at them and it reminds you of the sculpture of David, you know, or like, I don't know, like Adonis, right? If they're a man, or if they're a woman, it's like the birth of Venus, Aphrodite emerging from a shell. Like they're classically beautiful. They have great skin, beautiful hair, like straight features, symmetrical, stealthy and robust. I don't know, they look healthy, they look sensual, you know, they might have full lips or big eyes, they have gorgeous hands, you know, it's something about them. They wear simple clothes, but the fact that they wear simple clothes only accentuates how beautifully they are naturally. We also have here generosity. And I'm getting a sense that this person, because they're so good looking, they have quite an extensive sexual and amorous experience, because they're just like, people are so drawn to them, you know. It's like they enter a room and people are like, oh my God. You know, did you see this person, you know? So yeah, this person is going to be a very good lover, mostly because they had practice, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Generosity. Part of the reason why this person might not be doing so well with money is that because they tend to spend it very easily. They're generous, you know, they're kind. This is the kind of person that would give the shirt off their back to a starving person if they were to witness that, you know. So be mindful about walking in the city with them. If you want to save up money, don't allow this person to go shopping by themselves. Go shopping with them. Because, you know, they might purchase something that is very fun and unique, but it costs $2,000, you know, or euros, or I don't know, rupees. And you might just be thinking, we don't need that. It's not pragmatic, baby. What have you done? You know, like now we need to like pay this in installments. What is happening here? Like, for example, they might buy a very old-fashioned planetarium, or I don't know, they might buy an aquarium, you know, something like that, completely random. It's not necessary, but it's beautiful and it makes your heart happy. You know, that's the kind of person that I see here. They might also donate to a lot of charities and support associations, even when they are not doing so well financially. But I think that in time, the older this person gets, and with the support of a partner, they will become wealthy, you know. We also have here intention, number 23. This person needs to understand how to work with the law of abundance. And if you are aware of this, I feel that you can definitely help them out. yeah, I'm getting a sense that this person could be quite slow in acquiring the material and financial assets of their life. But what they don't have in terms of financial wealth, they have in terms of spiritual wealth. So they're very kind, they're very generous, they're very beautiful, you know? So in a way, they end up being taken care of by the people in their lives. But I think when they will meet you and when you guys will get married, it will be like a maturing period for them. Like they'll understand that they need to start putting more effort into creating their own wealth because of you, because you know, having babies with you and needing to become a bit more financially responsible. Yeah. The dominant astrological energy of this person, wow, okay, what was I saying? I can't believe it. So this happened for group 1 as well. Group 1 had Kylie Minogue, Slow, as a song. And Kylie Minogue is a sun in Gemini, and the dominant astrological energy of that person was Gemini. So that was the Black Moon astrology card. And now for your group, it's happening again. The leading singer for the band Moloko, she's a Cancer sun. I forgot her name. I think it's Siobhan something. No, Rajan Murphy. Oh my god, how Siobhan, Jesus Christ. Rajan Murphy, yeah. Sorry. So she's a Cancer sun as well, right? And look, your dominant astrological energy is Cancer as well. And I kid you not, guys, I did not set these up. They just popped up like this. So yeah, Cancer, I feel, yeah, that your person is very sensitive, as I said, super artistic, a feeler, a nurturer, you know, like emotionally protective and retentive with their emotions. They're gonna find it very hard to let go of the people that they love. They could have an ex that is lingering in the background, a person like their first love. You know, Cancers are very nostalgic about their first loves, about their you know, their group of friends that they had while they were growing up, their alma mater if they went to study at the university, their little league groups, you know, things like that. So be mindful that this person's past can sometimes kind of drag them back. They might need your assistance. They might need your to have conversations with you where they are able to put into words what they're feeling, so that they can get some emotional detachment from their feelings, because this person feels, that's their default. So they need somebody to balance them out. They need a partner that is pragmatic and logical, and that's you. Okay, you are the one for them, because this is about your future spouse. So you're gonna balance them out very beautifully. Keep in mind that this person could be quite horny and quite overactive every full moon. And every new moon, they might need that quiet time, you know, they might need some time, some extra time to rest, and they might feel a little bit low, because if this person is governed by the moon, like Cancers are, they tend to ebb and flow. Their energy is not constant, you know, it's not constant go, 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 go. They tend to be quite mellow in certain parts of the month, and then quite overexcitable and super emotionally intense when the moon is full, you know. So keep that in mind. And then we have here your person's core divine masculine energies. Aries, war, wow. This person can get very protective very easily. They can be a little bit jealous, you know, so when they have you, they want to claim you and no one else can have you, you know. And you can easily trigger their sensitivity and their wounded pride by like telling, you know, by getting them to question whether you are loyal. So please try not to do that, because this person can be like quite upset, you know. They might end up breaking some plates and some things in the household. Yeah. They could really they could try to go to the gym or run just to be able to get a bit of a better grasp on their feelings, you know. This person has had to learn how to emotionally manage themselves throughout their lifetime, because I think when they were small, they used to throw a lot of tantrums, you know. So yeah, interesting. But in time, the more that they learn how to cope with their feelings and manage them, the more intuitive and kind of like a king of cups they become. They're able to help younger people and your children as well learn how to manage their own emotions. And then we have here Saraswati, mastery. So this person can be very talented in terms of playing an instrument, creating music, painting, writing. As I said earlier, whatever this person creates, it touches your heart so deeply and the hearts of other people, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a singer-songwriter, you know, script writer, fantasy novel writer, something like that. This person is kind of like getting a sense of a Jeff Buckley kind of type, you know, very beautiful, very talented, ultra sensitive, but they need like this practical and logical counterpart to kind of calm them down and stabilize them and ground them. Okay. Yeah, wow, gorgeous. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this, take it, feel it, claim it, manifest it. This is the purpose of this series. Before you go, please like this video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and leave a comment down below to enter my 25K giveaway by just simply stating what is your favorite quote, okay? And if I'm being pulled towards your energy, you can win a free general tarot reading from me. Okay, guys, so I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of this series. Take care. Hey, group 3. Hey, my loves. I'm so happy to have you here. Welcome to the first episode in the Committed Love series. This is going to be on the topic of your future spouse's background. So, this is for those of you that were drawn to this lover's card from the Starspinner Tarot. And your song. For a second, I thought I missed your post-it. You might be fearing whether you will be together with your spouse. You will be, my love. Don't worry, okay? So, wow, look at the song that came up for you. All of Me Wants All of You by Sufjan Stevens. Okay, guys, I will link it below for you to have a listen if this song is not familiar to you. Okay, so let's find out some details about your future spouse. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm hearing Capricorn. Slow and steady, but ultimately they get where they need to. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. This person is a person that has had a bit of a rough upbringing. By the time you will meet them, they will have gotten over an addiction. Okay, so there is something, an inner demon that this person was struggling with. I'm getting very strong Scorpio and Capricorn energy. They were born either poor, or so they had to struggle to make ends meet in life. You know, maybe they had to work 2 jobs while they're putting themselves through college. Or they grew up in a neighborhood with a lot of racial and cultural conflicts. You know, there might have been a lot of gun violence and drug dealing and clashes with the police. So your person grew up with a lot of anxiety. You know, they know that life is precious and it could be taken away from you any second now. It's also, this person is very protective of their freedom. It's interesting, but I feel that this person learned a lot from their upbringing in terms of they become quite street smart, right? They can speak to many different people from all walks of life, and they're quite modest. You know, this is not a person that is a trust fund baby, arrogant, spending money on cocaine and hookers, you know. That was super cliche, but you know the kind of type I'm thinking of, right? The kind of people you would see in the show Gossip Girl, right? No, this person is very different from that. I'm getting that this person could be very attracted. Wow, a lot of messages. Whew, slow down. So, Sun in a 3rd house. So this person can be a journalist, or they have their own podcast. They could be trying to help youth in their neighborhood get out of a life of crime. They could be trying to help people that are homeless find affordable housing, you know, because I think that this person suffered from that. They might have lived, you know, in squats. Their parents might have been displaced. I'm getting that one of their parents could have suffered from something like they might have been alcoholic. So they struggled with that addiction. They could have even been placed temporarily in a foster home or foster care while their parents needed to get help, you know. At the same time, I'm getting that this person is quite close to their parents. I don't think that they hate their parents. I don't think that they are angry at their parents. It's just that, you know, they felt very sad that they had to be separated from their parents. But this person is very... this person easily makes friends, you know, they're very likable. They have a very friendly energy. So in a way, they didn't suffer so much when they were separated from their parents. I mean, obviously every child suffers, right? I don't mean to diminish that, but I'm getting a sense of optimism. Like, this person easily made friends, and then they spend a lot of time with their friends. So it's kind of like they parked that trauma in the back of their mind, and they're not really comfortable talking about it or thinking about it because it disempowers them. This person is very aware of the fact that they need to transform any negative situation that they've been through, because they've been in a lot of these negative situations. They can transform it into a strength, you know? It's like, yeah, sure, I grew up on the streets, but it made me so street smart, you know? Or yeah, sure, my mom or my dad were alcoholic, but I learned how to take care of a person with addictions, and I learned how to not fall into that same trap myself, you know? Or yeah, sure, I had clashes with the police when I was younger, but this brought me closer to a more spiritual lifestyle, and now I learned the rules of the game and I can apply them to my reality. You know, like this person makes, out of every setback and out of every difficult situation, this person turns it into a point of strength. They are very intelligent and they are a survivor. You know, they can twist and turn whatever situation comes their way for their own benefit. They can be a little bit manipulative, I'm gonna say that, okay? So they can actually say things that get them the desired effect, and they could guard their heart. So I think by the time they meet you, they will be in a space that is quite good for them, because they managed to overcome an addiction, or they closed an important maybe court case or something that they had. They paid a big debt, they worked on their health, maybe they recently got operated, or they had some like mouth surgery to change their teeth, something like that, you know? So I'm getting a sense that when you meet them, you'll meet them in a point in their life when they will feel very strongly connected to the divine. They will feel like they have a lot of support from the unseen realm, and they will be healing, you know? So it's like your love and you coming into their life is going to be the cherry on top of their cake. So yeah, this person, I mean, I don't want you to be put off by this person's background, because it's wonderful. You do need a person like this in your life, you know? This is the kind of person that can fight for you, that once, you know, they give their heart to a person, that's it, you know? It's like they find it very hard to let go. I mean, you did choose all of me wants all of you, right? And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Sufjan Stevens is a sun in Cancer, which is very interesting, because I am getting this very strong water-based energy, but I'm getting more that your person would be a Scorpio or a Plutonic, so they could have Sun conjunct Pluto. And they have some Capricorn energy in their chart. All of this, yeah, maybe Moon conjunct Saturn, or something regarding maybe some Neptune transits, Neptune in the 12th house, Neptune in the 4th, something very strongly blocking their life force, their life energy. So they have to rise above the situation time and time again. They have to go through these phoenix moments and transform their life and bring more positivity. I'm also drawn to how light is entering, you see, in this video. So it's kind of like they actively need to work hard at bringing more light into their life, so as not to fall prey to the shadows. We have here the Strength card, yeah, so very strong energy. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram today, I feel very strongly connected to this Leo Strength card energy. So who knows, maybe this is my future spouse. Maybe we resonate with the same kind of person, right? So it's kind of like, I feel that you are a healer and they are healers themselves. So it's like a healer meets a healer, if that makes sense, which would be deeply replenishing for both of you, because I think you guys were healers, but you kept attracting wounded people throughout your lives. And now finally, it's like the tables will turn, and it's like two people of the same kind of intuitive and transformational powers are coming together. We also have here the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so shamans. Yeah, so you guys are definitely gonna be, your future spouse is definitely into these kind of things like astrology, tarot reading, spirituality. They believe in aliens and ghosts, because their life has been so hard, and they went through a couple of near-death experiences. You know, they could have been shot at, stabbed. I mean, we had this here, right? I mean, they could have been in situations where they had to hide with their friends, or they had to hide their friends from the police, or from all sorts of situations. So this person, yeah, it's kind of like I'm getting like a 50 Cent kind of energy, you know, like he got shot, I think, twice, and he came back, you know, and he was okay and very strong and able to move on. So that kind of an energy. Yeah, your partner could actually come from a minority in your culture, a racial group that is strongly policed and discriminated against, you know. So maybe that's why they had such a tough background, because the social discrimination kept them in a state of poverty, in a state where they were constantly policed and raised with a lot of anxiety. So, you know, it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Yeah, so, but this person found the strength to rise above, and I think that the strength that they found was through spirituality. It's like this person believes in God, you know, and it's been proven to them time and time again that they have a guardian angel. They could even wear a symbol on their body, like depending on the like culture that they come from. They could have like an ankh or a cross or a Star of David, some sort of symbol, you know, like the Eye of Allah, something that is protecting them, and they keep it very strongly on their body. Maybe they have some prayer beads, they have something, a ring that their grandmother or somebody in the family has given to them that is like their talisman, right? It's like their totem, it's protecting them. This person has some very strong feminine energy in his life. If this is a man, this is a mother or a grandmother that is ultra powerful. This is a person that's been through so many issues in her life, and she's there to defend your spouse no matter what. You know, it's like, I feel like this rock hard energy, like this impenetrable energy from this person, you know, and this kind of inner strength that comes from having lost everything and everything having been taken away from you. So that's the kind of like very strong shamanic almost energy that your future spouse will have in his life or her life when they will meet you. There will be a female in their bloodline that is ultra strong. Whether she's still alive or she passed on, that is debatable. I don't really see a confirmation here, but the energy of that strong protective female force, it was 11:11 when I looked at the clock, lingers in your person's aura. Yeah, so whether the grandmother or the mother or the sister or the aunt is still alive, it doesn't matter. The aura, the protective aura, the love of that female energy is around your future spouse, protecting him or her from danger and keeping your person humble and keeping your person connected, you know. I feel that this person is very respectful, you know, to the opposite gender that they interact with. So for example, if this is a man, they're very respectful of women, you know, because they saw the strength of the women in their lives, having to overcome such difficult conditions, and they feel protected and nurtured by them. And if this is a woman, it's the same with the men in her life, right? So yeah, wow, really powerful energy. I feel like I've let me just go right now through your oracle cards quite briefly, because I felt like I had to spend a lot of time, you know, on this. Wow. But yeah, it's a very strong individual, very intense, very adaptable and transformational, but also quite determined to overcome every difficulty. You know, this is a person that is your ride or die. You know, they'll fight for you, they'll kill for you if it has to come to that, you know, they'll do that. We have here 12th house, escape. Yeah. Pisces energy, Neptune, as I said earlier, right? So a lot of deep connections, moments of deep connections with the divine, but also moments when they had to overcome addictions, because the 12th house also speaks about hidden addictions and secrets and wanting to escape from the surrounding reality because it's too dark and too difficult. We also have here pedestal. Wow, this person will idealize you. I think that they'll get a sense that you're very wholesome, you know, that you'll bring a sense of health and light and, I don't know, beauty in their life when they'll meet you. So they will idealize you, you know, they'll put you on a pedestal very easily. And I have a feeling that they'll want to protect you from prying eyes, right? Or even from their past friends. They might still have some haters, right? Keeping checks on them. And this person is going to want to protect you from that. They're going to be your strong defender. We have here, right, with the swords energy, very, very strong defender. They're also physically strong, so they look as if they can punch somebody in the face if that is necessary, you know. This person could also have some tattoos or some significant body markers. We have here Hermes, communication, as their divine masculine energy. So this person actually managed to rise above their life circumstances by learning, by studying. They could have had like a very good professor or a teacher in high school or in primary school that taught them that, you know, your way out of a life of crime is if you study, if you gain like a sports scholarship, or if you apply yourself and you get good grades, then you can move on to college and you can get a well-paid job and you don't have to deal with all of this the difficult life circumstances, you know. So I think that this person really enjoys learning. They like reading, they like checking facts, they like communicating, they like gadgets and technological apps as well. And yeah, it's what I said at the beginning, you know, this person could work as a journalist right now or in the media. We have Hermes as well, and Hermes governs over communication and social media. So yeah, this person could also love to work in a library, or they somehow deal with newspapers, the production of news, and they might even work as an anchor for a TV channel, something like that, you know. The divine feminine energy of your person, we have here the Spider Woman, co-creation. Wow, this person could actually, for some of you, this person could have some roots in indigenous native cultures, you know. So they could be, I don't know, 15% Navajo or Apache or something like that. So yeah, this person has a very interesting, or if they're not necessarily from North American native tribes, maybe they come from like New Zealand groups, you know, or if they're from Europe, they could have like some gypsy traveler genes in them or something like that. There is something quite unique, nomadic about this person. Yeah, they're very connected, like to ancestral rhythms, to ancestral roots, and I think this is why they have these protective talismans and totems. There could be like a strong feminine energy in their family that is kind of imbuing this, yeah, your person's magnetism. I don't know if I make sense here, but for example, I have in my own family, my great-grandmother was gypsy, you know, and I carry that gypsy blood within me, and it's helping me tune into right now my tarot reading profession. So it's a lot about that ancestral inheritance that is still very active in your person's blood and deep body memory, right? So we also have here, empressement. So this kind of makes me feel that your person, I don't know, but it looks a little bit like they could have done some time in prison, where they might have been temporarily kept in prison because they protested, right? So maybe they were kept there overnight. Yeah, this person has some clashes with the law. They had to, this is also talking about squatting, you know. I'm getting a sense that this person had suffered a little bit as they were growing up. They had a bit of a rough background. This also speaks about one of their parents being kept in a facility. So maybe their father is being kept at the moment in a 12-step program. They have to live separate from their own family, or their mother could be in a mental health institution. There is something here about being separated from another person. We do have here the 12th house as well, which talks about medical wards, prison, shrines, temples, you know, places where you go for pilgrimage. Yeah, but it's also like places that are removing some people outside of society and placing them like in some sort of camps, you know. Yeah, so that could be part of your person's history. If they come from, I'm getting that if they come from New Zealand or Australia, they could have been raised in some sort of camp, you know, for indigenous groups. Yeah, wow, pretty tough. So this person always yearned to become free, to feel like they are who they feel that they are in their blood, to be authentic, to honor their ancestors, and to just be able to live freely without these social constraints, you know. But I feel that their life was so difficult because they do come from a highly discriminated group, right? So it's a bit unfair what's been happening to them. They could have had a much easier life, you know, if they came from a more socially dominant group. But think about how harsh that sounds, right? And we have here beginnings. So when they will meet you, they will be able to feel that their life is finally reaching that point, you know, the finish line. The finish line from all the troubles of the past. They are ready to press a reset button on their life. By falling in love with you, they're able to create something brand new. And I'm getting a sense that you guys, I mean, we're going to explore this in the next installments of the series, but I am getting already a sense that you guys are going to have a very fun DIY creative lifestyle. Like, for example, you might rent a boat and travel the world in a boat, and the boat could be your home, you know, and you'll do all sorts of things to the boat, like to create a very homey and very sweet environment. Or like, you know, those couples that you see online that purchase a bus and then they just travel the world in the bus, and they just, you know, park in different camps, and the bus actually looks like a mini home for them. Or those kind of couples that have children and then they travel the world with their children in their backpack. So yeah, I'm getting the sense that you'll live this very interesting lifestyle, a very kind of like exotic gypsy traveler kind of lifestyle, where you guys are just gonna love your freedom and you're gonna enjoy it, and you won't feel like you need to be tied down to societal constraints, right? So it's a little bit of a hippie kind of vibe I'm getting here with you guys, but it's only because of the harshness of how this person has been treated in their life. And I think that also, if you chose this group, you didn't actually have the best or most ideal kind of childhood either, or in the best possible case, it was just boring, you know, and you're looking for some fun and adventure. And with this guy or girl, you'll be able to have it. Yeah, I see this, that you'll be able to create a very spiritual and like adventurous existence together that will be deeply healing for both you and for your spouse. Yeah, you'll be able to be in touch with nature, which I think this is what you guys need the most to heal against the societal poison, this discrimination that has happened against your spouse especially, but maybe against you too. So that's what I had for you, group 3. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Before you leave, make sure to enter my 25K giveaway. In order to do so, like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and just simply leave a comment with your favorite quote in the comment section down below. And if I feel pulled towards your energy, you could win a free general tarot reading with me. Okay? So I hope to see you in my next one. Bye, my loves. Ciao. Hey group 4, hey guys, I'm really happy that you're here, super grateful for your presence. So this reading is episode 1 in the Committed Love series. It's going to be on the topic of your future spouse's background, and this is the Lover's card that you were drawn to, and your song is Playground Love by Phoenix. This is a cover from the original Air song. Okay, so I'm going to put this Lover's card back in the Starspinner Tarot and use it to shuffle and figure out, what does the tarot have to say about your future spouse's background. I'm hearing adventurous, wise and well-traveled. Okay, wanting to fit in a different social group than the one this person was born into. Okay, so the cards that I have for you here are, the 8 of Chalices. This is the Little Mermaid story. I think that this person had to train themselves in order to switch the social class from the one that they were usually born into. I feel that this person is a high achiever, and they might have won a scholarship or won an award that helped them somehow move from a lower working class or kind of poor background into a higher upper class background. It's quite similar to the energy of group 3 in terms of the social climbing aspect, but I don't think that, for example, the difference would be that in your group, this person genuinely managed to create a life of wealth for themselves through the power of their mind, rather than just manage to overcome some setbacks or some addictions. You know, this is a social climber, okay? So your future spouse is a social climber. We also have here Temperance. So this is Sagittarius energy. This person is really ambitious. They're very optimistic. They work with the law of abundance, and they instantly manifest their goals. They have a large circle of friends. They are popular. They are very tall as well. That's kind of what I'm getting. And they are of the same age as you. They could have blue eyes. and fair skin or fair hair. So it doesn't really matter what kind of culture or racial background they come from. They are on the lighter side in whichever culture they come from. We also have here the Page of Chalices. This person can be a little bit see that she's it's the Little Mermaid again, but instead of being kind of sulking on a rock here, she's playing with the puppy. So this person can be I don't want to say emotionally mature, because it's not about emotional maturity. This person rationalizes their feelings. They're not very comfortable with being emotional. I think that they have a pet, and I think they really love animals, and they tend to feel their feelings through their pets, if that makes sense. Like if they feel anxious, they pick up their cat, you know, and they pet their cat as they're trying to relieve their own anxiety or fear. Or if they're feeling very happy, they tend to play with their pets, you know. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here. So yeah, very strong Sagittarius vibes. Sagittarians is where they use their emotions to try to get a higher, wiser perspective on their current life, you know. This person could also, I'm so drawn to the fact that, you know, the sun peeked out from the clouds, and you can see how it kind of splits the light on my face. So I get the sense that this person could have a mark on their face, or a mole, a considerable beauty mark, something, maybe a scar, a burn sign or something like that, that distinguishes them from other people. I mean, you can easily recognize them by that thing. Maybe they have like some skin discoloration, like vitiligo, I think, or they have maybe something quite unique about them. So I think that they will look a little bit I don't know, I don't want to exoticize the way in which this person appears, but I'm getting this image of a person that's very proud and defiant, in spite of the fact that they might have a considerable facial marker that can pull them down, you know, like it could have affected their confidence, but this person decided, you know what, I'm going to transform this into my strength, you know. So that's very beautiful about them. But also regarding their psychology, this is a person that can sometimes veer between bouts of feeling quite melancholic and despondent about life, and also moments when they're very confident and very optimistic, and they decide, okay, this is what I want, that's what I'm going for, you know. So they can be a little bit up and down somehow, but they usually always achieve their goals. This person fantasizes about having a home, about settling down. They might have thought of purchasing a home someplace in the countryside, and you know, they would love to go there at weekends. If they have to work in the city, they would love to have a home in the countryside that they can visit with you at weekends. They might even fantasize about retiring in the countryside. I think that this person really loves nature. They love being around water, they love swimming, they love pets. They could be very knowledgeable in terms of a farm animals, you know. They could know how to take care of a cow, or how to milk a cow, you know, or how to help two horses reproduce, you know, things like that. When is the appropriate time to pick eggs, you know, from hens, and things like that. How to train puppies, you know, to become like protective farmyard dogs, you know, and things like that. I think that this person is very, very in tune with their instinctive side, and they might sometimes prefer the company of animals over the company of people. They might love to be in nature. They might be the strong and silent type, you know. They might like to cut their own wood, you know, and start a fire at the fireplace in their farm. Yeah, they're very kind of like that lumberjack kind of guy, you know, if this is a guy. If not, this is a woman that is very independent and resourceful, and also appreciates a strong connection to nature, like a witchy type kind of woman, you know, a green witch, you know, using all the elements of nature to create healing ointments, to take care of her skin, to take care of other people's ailments on a spiritual but also on a physical way. We also have here the Ace of Cups. I think that this person has never been in love until the moment they meet you. I feel like they dabbled a little bit romantically. I don't think that romance was really big in their life. This person was very intent on making it, quite ambitious. They grew up in a a situation where, you know, they didn't have a lot of resources. This could be a Saturn in the second house kind of individual. And they realized that, you know what, I'm going to, if life has been difficult, if I was born in poverty, I'm going to rise above my circumstances. So they taught themselves, you know, they got a higher education somehow. They had to work 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, and they made it. And I have a feeling that their ultimate goal is to purchase this home, you know, to own this piece of farmland, to build their own house, you know, and to have a partner to help them out with these kind of things, and somebody to love. But I think love is not a big thing in this person's life up until the moment when they meet you, and then they fall in love with you and they realize, wow, what have I been missing out on, you know? Like, I think this person has a very athletic understanding of love and sex. It's like for them, sex was just something that, well, it happened in their life, like people managed to be attracted to them, and it was more about they had sex with people just to relieve some pressure, because this person was so intent on just achieving their goals, you know, and they didn't want anybody to mess with their money, to mess with their study time, to mess with their finances. They might have spent a lot of time. I think this person works out a lot as well, yeah. And they managed to overcome depression by working out a lot, you know. They managed to kind of train their body with a good cocktail of hormones, in a natural way, right? Like natural releasing serotonin and endorphins to try to overcome periodic bouts of melancholy. Because I think that this person doesn't have a very close connection to their parents. I think that they're a little bit ashamed of their parents. I think their parents have a very codependent and toxic lifestyle. And your person did their best to move out of their parental home as quickly as they could. They're not in touch with their parents. They just send them money from time to time, or they have this kind of material exchange. It's like just checking on them, whether they're healthy and whether they need anything, but there is no emotional connection. Yeah, I'm getting a very strong Saturn in the second house kind of individual, or Saturn in the 8th house potentially, or the 7th. A lot of responsibilities regarding emotional connections in this person's life, and not that much heart. But that's where you come in, right? Because you're gonna make them feel, and they're gonna love the socks out of you for that. I feel like you're gonna make them realize that they've been repressing a lot of this emotional energy. When they meet you, it might overflow. You might scare them, you know? So you need to actually be like a strong, steady rock in this connection for your person, because they might initially, they will feel very scared how intensely they will feel for you. They might remove themselves, you know, focus more on practical things like building the home at the countryside, and then they might come back in contact with you just to check whether you're okay. Because remember, this is this person's pattern. This is how they learn from their own parents to deal with love, right? In a very detached, cold, material-based kind of way. So this person might actually give you gifts. I'm getting a sense for the majority of you, this person could be, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but they could be slightly older than you by a year or 2. This is so weird. And for some of you, this person could be 4 years younger than you, okay? Bit contradictory, but there we go. I am reading for a large collective. Yeah, and I feel that you'll just make them sink into their feelings. 11-11 when I said that, but keep in mind it's going to be a process. You know, you're going to have to be perseverant in this connection. I'm getting a very strong Parvati and Shiva kind of energy, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, please Google their myth. It's really beautiful. But it's like you need to be determined as Parvati was, right? To persevere in this connection. Do not give up on this person, and you won't, because this is your future spouse. But it will be a period where, you know, your patience will be tested. This person is not the best communicator, and you might need to interact with this person in kind of material ways, like give them a gift, like bake them a cake and leave it in front of their door, you know, and put a note there, I love you, you know, or something like that. And then all of a sudden you might receive a gift, a bouquet of flowers. But initially that would be the interaction, because this person is spooked by love. Initially it's like they're not going to understand what they're feeling. This is weird. They're uncomfortable. They're much more focused on being rational and clear-minded and focused on doing things, right? This is a doer. This is a strong and silent individual. Yeah. Playground lover. So this is a person that I think had a love in the past, and that person broke their heart. But here it wasn't like real love. It was like puppy love, like they had an infatuation when they were growing up, and with some sort of person that they tended to idealize, and that person kind of rejected them. And now it's like they're, feelings, what are those? They didn't work out for me, So with you, they're gonna grow into this real, mature, authentic kind of love. This person's core astrological energy is third house, messages. Wow, okay, this is strange because I feel this third house energy with group 3. Maybe the piles are spilling into one another again. Third house energy. I'm getting the sense that a lot of you will have this telepathic communication with your person. So the moment when you guys meet, it could be love at first sight, because we do have here Ace of Cups, which is the card letting me know that this is a love at first sight kind of connection. So instant overflow of feelings, deep soul recognition, past life connection as well. We do have here, right, the Eye of Ra. So there is something here about, bringing together an unresolved situation from your past life into the present reality and finally being able to be together. And it is a sense here, I'm getting a sense of a Saturn in the third house having to work at communication. You guys are going to have to put in the work to teach this person how to talk about their feelings, and you're going to have to do your best to make sure that what you say matches with what you do, okay? Communication is not going to be light, fun, and flirty in this connection. I'm really sorry to say that. If you're expecting something else, please choose another pile. But this is about, I think that you also might like this individual the way they are, because they are more of the strong and silent doer type, rather than the person that just charms you with their words and then they don't show up, and they don't give you any material gifts or any kind of material tangible proof of their love, right? So you might be a person that was brought up in a family or in a culture where you need proof of love. It's not just about words, It's like words, I take them, I leave them. But it will be initially quite difficult to get to know this person, and you might feel a little bit embarrassed, because you might feel like, oh, I'm just talking your ear off, I keep like talking a lot about myself, but tell me more about you. And this person is just gonna be like, it will feel a little bit infuriating, but keep doing this, because they're gonna love the way you are. You're gonna be very different from them, and they're gonna appreciate the fact that you put in the effort into this connection, and eventually they will reward you, okay? Winter, this person could be born in the winter time, so Sagittarius sun or Capricorn sun. They're a very strong paternal kind of type. They might have, because they don't have such a close connection with their father and mother, they might have taken this responsibility of being ultra responsible from a young age. They could even take care of a sibling as well. That's kind of what I'm getting. Dignity, wow, this person really wants to make it big in society. They want to be known for something. They want to leave a legacy behind, and that's why they're so ambitious. I feel that it doesn't really matter what profession this person is, but they're aiming for something quite high. University professor, lawyer, doctor, politician, celebrity, right? Something that is reaching a high public status, and they also want to leave they want to leave a legacy that is durable, something that they build that lasts the test of time. So that's why this person did not mess about with other things in their life. The core of their life is work and their professional status up until the moment when they meet you, and I'm getting that this is going to happen later on in life for them. When they're after the age of 35, and they're just gonna be like, they're just gonna feel like they are fulfilled in some way, like completely fulfilled. Finally, it happened to them as well. Somebody managed to melt their cold heart. It's very interesting. And I think that this person is gonna turn into this old school romantic, right? Like in the song that you've chosen, Playground Lover, right? So it's kind of like you're gonna make this person feel like they're back in high school again. Because to a certain extent, because they haven't been exploring love and maturing emotionally as much as they could have, because they poured all their energy into their career and achieving a lot of material wealth and public status, this person emotionally is stuck at that age, you know, is kind of like still 17 at heart. So when you manage to open their heart and make them fall in love with you, they're gonna be like, oh, I'm a high school lover, like in the song. Yeah, so we also have here consentement. You see the bee, right? Extracting the pollen. This person is going to be so attracted to you. I feel that you're very beautiful and you're going to be visually pleasing to this person. And also there's going to be something warm and tender and nurturing about your aura. And this person is just, it's like I'm getting a sense that they can't get enough of you, you know? So shrug off your anxieties, and if you have any lack of confidence in love, you don't have to worry. This person is just going to be there for you. And this is also not the kind of person that you need to worry about policing or being jealous about, or, you know, wagging your finger like, where were you last night? You know, no, this is not the kind of person you need to keep tabs on. This is actually a person that doesn't rate themselves high in terms of love or attraction, but they will be quite attractive to you. Yeah. Okay, their divine feminine energy is number 44. Wow. So talk about manifesting 4-4. If you guys skipped over the introduction to this video, please listen to it, because we're trying to manifest exactly the number that came up into your reading. So their divine feminine energy is Rhea, flow. So I'm getting that the moment that they meet you, you're going to melt this person's heart and defenses and resistances. It's going to happen in time. It will be a slow burn, but you'll make this person flow with life again, because maybe they felt stuck. Maybe they felt like, well, I achieved this material protection or this material support, and now what? I need somebody by my side. And they realize that, oh, I should have invested more time in my relationships. And then you come into their life like a gift from above, and this person is aware that they treasure you, you know. You also have here with 22 winter, so Grandmaster number 22, cooperation, union, negotiation, compromises, and number 44, spiritual stability. Yeah, this person is gonna think, wow, you're spouse material from the beginning. So don't let your anxieties sabotage this connection. And I feel your anxiety might be the fact that you feel that you're overly chatty, you know, while this person is the strong and silent type. Don't allow that to mess with your mind, okay? Just keep being yourself, and this person is gonna love the fact that you're so different from them and that you're teaching them something new, okay? So self-confidence is really going to help you in this connection, win this person's heart over. And you will, because this is your future spouse. And yeah, Prometheus, altruism. This person is deeply altruistic. They have humanitarian goals in mind. They might not be so warm and loving on a personal level due to their past, but they like to give something back to society. So in a way, that's why they struggled for this public status. It's not only about achieving material wealth, but building a legacy that is built on the heart and that somehow can help other people's lives. Maybe make other people self-reliant and independent in a variety of different ways, so that they don't have to rely on toxic family dynamics. Like this person could donate for causes like helping victims of domestic violence, or helping orphaned children, or people that have been through natural disasters and lost their homes. You know, they are very high-minded from that point of view, kind of like Aquarius energy I'm getting here. So that's what I had for you, group 4. I really hope you've enjoyed this. Before you go, please make sure to enter my 25k giveaway. Yes, I know we're at 26 already, but you know, you guys have been subscribing like a storm, and it's quicker than I'm able to put out these videos for you guys, because I have been beautifully overwhelmed with a large number of personal readings at the moment. Please just make sure to enter the competition by liking this video if you enjoyed it, subscribing if you haven't yet, and leave a comment down below in the comment section, simply telling me what is your favorite quote, and you can win a free general tarot reading from me. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm blasting you with light. See you in my next one. Ciao.